Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Grace B. Manores. So, the fourth basic classification of written report is a special information report. So, what is all about a special information report? The special information report is all about a presented and prepared report, not as a matter of routine, prepared on the basis that some are for inquiries or investigations. So, special information report are composed of three subcategories, which are the preliminary, progress report, and final report. So, what is all about a preliminary report? This is a type of a special information report that collects information about a proposed project, which includes the costing, designs, and other elements. So, a preliminary report is an initial or the preparatory of a proposed project which collects the informations such as the costings, the designs, the location, and other elements that should be included in the preliminary report. So the second type of special information report is all about a progress report. It is a type of special information report that records the history of an activity from the time it has started up to the present date of writing. It means that to update information about the project. The main purpose of this report is reassuring your clients that or supervisors that the project is making progress or the improvements. So their subject is all about the equipment for new operations building. So there they have the work completed, their types of training anticipated, all about their second meeting, their training room, and all other information that must be included in their progress report about their proposed project. So the last type of special information report is final report. It is submitted after completing a project to show how plans were delivered. So you will be presenting the final informations and how the project plans were delivered. So from the start on the preliminary up until the progress report on how the project plans and how the project proposed met the schedule. I know everyone is very familiar on my next discussion or my next topic. This is all about a research report. A research report, a common report which generates data either in a laboratory or in the field. The contents and organization of this type of report have a basic logic. You present your data and conclusions, but also present an information on how you went about the experiment or survey. So a research report is a well-crafted document that outlines the processes, data, and findings of the systematic investigations. So yes, research report that includes the contents of the presenting your data, your conclusions, but also presenting your informations and how you went about the experiment or the survey. So of course everyone are very familiar on the research report because now we are doing our research. So what are the contents of a research report? Introduction provides the reader a background of the report as well as the purpose of the report. So basically means that in your research report you will be putting all the background and the purpose of your research report. So the second contents of a research report is problem. Includes essential inquiries and situations led to the writing of the report. So problem, without a problem, how can we do a research? So this you will put what is the problem that led you to the writing of that report. So the third one is purpose, objectives, and scope. This section tells the reader what the researcher intends to do so. So, what are your purpose of the research report? What are your purpose of this doing that research report? The objectives, what are your aims, your goal, and it also covers the limitations, which is the scope. So, the fourth one is review of literature. Includes readings from different literatures, books, journals, articles, magazines, encyclopedia, and the likes. So here, in this content, you will be putting all the literatures, such as the books, the magazines, the articles, the journals, everything that will support your study. Next is the materials, equipment, and facilities. These include the supplies, resources, and facilities that were utilized in the report. So here, in this part, in this content, you will be putting all what are your resources, what you used in your report, in your research rather. The materials, the equipment, or simply mean the supplies Theory, methods, and procedures. These tell the reader how the report writer conducted the research. So first one is the theory. Of course, you will put a theory that will support your research. Methods. What are your methods that you use in your research, that you use upon gathering your data? The procedures. So what are your procedures? What are your ways? What are your steps in doing your research? Next one is results, findings, and data. Present the outcome of the research with the use of tables, figures, and charts. So after gathering all your data, you will present that through the use of tables, figures, and chart. So the last part of a research report is discussion, conclusion, and recommendations. This includes the conclusions based from the findings, and the recommendations are in turn based on the conclusions. So conclusions, of course, you will base on your findings. What are the final result of the data? The recommendations also refer or based on the conclusions. For the last content of a research report is bibliography, the list of all sources and references used by the report writer in accomplishing the research paper. So this content is all about the references. Where did you get all your sources? You'll put all the references on your bibliography. What are the general format of a research? The following are the general format of a research. The number 6 of basic classification of written report is field report. So what is field report? Intended to improve student understanding of key theoretical concepts of a course through observation and reflection of real life practice. A field report is intended to improve the student understanding of key theoretical concepts. So through describing an observed person, place, or event, and to analyze that observation that in order to identify and categorize common themes. In writing a field report, you need to consider two things. First one is systematically observe and accurately record the details and informations of a certain aspect of a situation. Constantly analyze your observation for meaning. The last one is keep the reports Keep the report's aims in mind while you are observing. Consciously observe, record, and analyze what you hear and see in the context of a theoretical framework.